Most men over 60 don't need a bigger wardrobe. They need a smarter one. Because here's the truth, having more clothes doesn't make you look better. In fact, for a lot of men, it does the opposite. The closet gets crowded, nothing matches, and somehow you still end up wearing the same few outfits that don't quite feel right. And this is where things quietly fall apart. It's not your age, it's not your body, it's not even your taste. It's the lack of a system. On this channel, we focus on classic menswear, timeless style, and practical advice for men who want to look sharp without overthinking it. And if you're like most men over 60, you want comfort, but you also want to look put together, respected, and in control of how you present yourself. In this video, I'll show you how to build a simple wardrobe that actually works. Not more pieces, better pieces, not more choices, smarter choices. We'll break down the system, the essential items, what to remove, and the easy outfit formulas you can use every single day. Because when your wardrobe is simple, your style becomes effortless. This is where most older men quietly lose control of their style. Not because of age, because of accumulation. Over the years, the closet fills up different shirts, different pants, different styles. Each piece made sense at the time, but together they don't form a clear system, and that creates a subtle problem. Nothing really works together. Now here's the part nobody talks about. When your wardrobe has no structure, getting dressed becomes harder than it should be. Not complicated, but inconsistent. One day it works, the next day something feels off. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They think the solution is to add something new, a better shirt, a nicer jacket, but adding more to a disconnected wardrobe doesn't fix anything. It just adds more choices and more confusion. Because style after 60 is not about individual pieces, it's about consistency. When colors don't align, the outfit feels slightly mismatched. When fits change from piece to piece, your proportions look less clean. When styles don't connect, you lose that sense of control. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Picture a simple situation. You're getting ready for a casual dinner. You try one shirt, it doesn't match the pants. Another fits differently, a third feels outdated. You settle for something good enough, but it's not sharp. Now compare that to a man with fewer clothes, but a clear system. Everything fits the same. Everything works together. He gets dressed quickly and it shows. Not flashy, not trendy, just put together. Quick takeaway. If your clothes don't connect, your style will always feel slightly off, no matter how much you own. And once you see that clearly, the next step becomes obvious. You need a system. So once you realize the problem isn't not enough clothes, the next step is simple. You need a system. Not a complicated one, not a trendy one, a practical system that works every single day. Here's the idea. Every piece in your wardrobe should work with multiple other pieces. Not one, not two, at least three. That's how you stop guessing and start dressing with confidence. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They buy items in isolation. A shirt they like, a jacket that looks good in the store, shoes that feel comfortable, but they never ask the one question that matters: can this work with what I already own? If the answer is no, it doesn't belong in your wardrobe. This sounds strict, but it simplifies everything. Now here's how you build that system. First, control your color palette. Stick to neutral, reliable tones. Navy, gray, white, olive brown. These colors naturally work together, which removes friction when you get dressed. Second, keep your fit consistent. If one pair of pants is slim and another is loose, your outfits will always feel uneven. Choose a clean, comfortable fit and repeat it. Third, stay within one style direction. Classic, simple, timeless. Not trendy, not flashy, just sharp. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Picture getting ready for a weekend outing. You grab any shirt, any pants, any jacket, and it just works. No second guessing, no outfit changes. That's not luck, that's structure. A well-dressed older man doesn't rely on creativity every morning. He relies on a system that removes the need for it. Quick takeaway. The goal is not more choices. The goal is better connections between fewer pieces. And once your system is in place, the next question becomes clear. What pieces actually deserve to be in that system? Now that you have a system, the next question is simple. What actually goes into it? This is where most men expect a long list. But the truth is you don't need more items, you need the right roles. Because a strong wardrobe isn't built on quantity, it's built on function. Every piece you own should have a clear purpose. And when you look at your wardrobe this way, everything becomes easier to manage. Start with your foundation. These are the pieces you wear the most, your everyday shirts and pants. Think simple, clean, and neutral. Well-fitted t-shirts, polos, button-down shirts, trousers or chinos that sit properly and drape cleanly. Nothing loud, nothing complicated, just reliable pieces that always work. This is what you wear running errands, meeting friends for coffee, or just going about your day. And if these pieces are right, you're already halfway to looking put together. Next comes structure. This is where your outfit starts to feel intentional. A well-fitted blazer, a lightweight jacket, something that adds shape to your upper body. And this is where many men miss an easy upgrade. They rely only on soft, casual pieces. But without structure, the outfit can feel flat, slightly too relaxed, slightly unfinished. Add one structured layer and suddenly everything looks sharper. You feel it immediately. Now here's the part that pulls everything together. Your finishing pieces. Shoes, belts, and a watch. This sounds small, but it changes everything. You can wear a simple outfit shirt and pants, but the wrong shoes will bring it down instantly. On the other hand, clean, well-chosen shoes elevate the entire look without effort. The same goes for a belt that matches your shoes or a watch that feels classic and understated. Not flashy, not trendy, just sharp. Picture a simple dinner setting. One man shows up in a basic shirt, loose pants, worn-out sneakers. Another wears a similar shirt and pants, but with a structured jacket and clean leather shoes. Same effort, completely different presence. That's the power of roles. A well-dressed older man doesn't rely on standout pieces. He relies on pieces that work together with purpose. Quick takeaway. Don't think in terms of more clothes. Think in terms of foundation, structure, and finish. And once those roles are clear, the next step becomes easy. You just need a simple way to combine them every day. Now that your wardrobe has structure and the right pieces, here's where everything becomes real. You need a simple formula you can rely on every day. Because knowing what you own is not enough. What matters is how quickly you can turn those pieces into a clean, put-together outfit. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They believe style comes from variety, from constantly changing things, from trying something new every time they get dressed. But that approach creates hesitation, too many choices, too much second-guessing. A well-dressed older man does the opposite. He simplifies. He builds a few reliable outfit formulas and uses them consistently. Not repetitive in a boring way, consistent in a controlled, confident way. Here's one formula that works almost everywhere. Start with a neutral base. A well-fitted shirt, button-down polo, or even a clean t-shirt paired with structured pants like chinos or trousers. Keep the color simple and coordinated. Then add one structured piece. This could be a blazer or a lightweight jacket, something that gives your upper body shape and presence. This is what separates just dressed from well-dressed. Finish with intentional shoes. Leather sneakers for casual settings, loafers or lace-ups for something more polished. The key is that your shoes look clean, maintained, and chosen, not random. That's your foundation. Now here's where it becomes practical. Imagine you're heading out to dinner. You take that same base light shirt, dark chinos, add a navy blazer, brown leather shoes. The outfit looks complete without feeling forced. Now switch the setting, weekend errands or a relaxed coffee run. Remove the blazer, keep the same shirt and pants. Swap the shoes for clean sneakers. Same pieces, same system, different feel. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Because instead of asking, what should I wear today? You're simply choosing which version of your formula fits the situation. Not trendy, not flashy, just sharp. And this taps into something deeper. A well-dressed older man doesn't rely on creativity every morning. He relies on clarity. Quick takeaway. The goal is not to create new outfits every day. The goal is to repeat a formula that always works and adjust it slightly based on where you're going. And once you have that in place, there's one final move that makes your wardrobe even stronger, removing what no longer belongs. Now here's the part most men avoid, but it's the fastest way to improve your style. You need to remove what no longer works. Because a better wardrobe isn't built by adding more. It's built by subtracting what's getting in the way. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They hold on to everything. Clothes that used to fit, clothes they might wear someday, clothes that were expensive so they feel hard to let go. But those pieces don't just sit there quietly. They create noise. They make it harder to see what actually works. They slow down your decisions. And they lower the overall standard of your wardrobe. Now here's the part nobody talks about. A cluttered closet leads to cluttered choices. Even if you own great pieces, they get buried between items that don't belong anymore. And when that happens, you end up dressing below your potential without realizing it. So what should go? Start with anything that doesn't fit properly. Too tight, too loose, or just uncomfortable, it's out. Next, remove pieces that don't connect with your system. If it only works with one specific item, it's not pulling its weight. Then look at anything clearly outdated, not classic outdated. There's a difference. Picture a simple scenario. You're getting dressed for a family gathering. Your closet is half the size it used to be, but every piece inside fits, matches, and feels current. You reach in, pick a few items, and you're done. No hesitation, no second guessing, not trendy, not flashy, just right. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Because once you remove the noise, what remains becomes clear. A well-dressed older man doesn't keep options just in case. He keeps what works right now. Quick takeaway. If it doesn't fit, doesn't match, or doesn't belong, let it go. And once your wardrobe is clean and focused, the final shift is not in your clothes, it's in how you think about style. Now here's the part that actually makes all of this stick. It's not the clothes, it's how you think about them. Because once you have a cleaner wardrobe and a simple system, the difference comes down to one thing: clarity. A well-dressed older man doesn't try harder, he chooses better. And this is where the shift happens. You stop thinking, what should I wear today? And start thinking, what works every time? That one change removes hesitation. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Style after 60 is not about looking younger, it's about looking more intentional. Cleaner lines, better fit, fewer distractions. That's what creates presence. Not trendy, not flashy, just sharp. And this ties directly to confidence. When your wardrobe is simple and consistent, you're not adjusting your clothes all day. You're not second-guessing your choices. You're not wondering if something feels off. You just wear it and move on. Comfort still matters, but uncontrolled comfort leads to sloppy results. Real comfort comes from clothes that fit well, move well, and look right without effort. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Because now your style isn't something you manage. It's something that supports you. Quick takeaway. A well-dressed man over 60 doesn't rely on more options. He relies on better decisions. And once that mindset is in place, everything else becomes simple. Here's the one idea I want you to walk away with. Style after 60 is not about having more. It's about having clarity. When your wardrobe is simple, structured, and intentional, everything changes. You spend less time deciding, less time adjusting, and more time simply showing up looking right. Not because you tried harder, but because your system is doing the work for you. This is what separates a man who has clothes from a man who is always put together. A well-dressed older man doesn't need a packed closet. He needs a controlled one. Fewer pieces, better fit, clear combinations. That's it. And once you experience that, you stop going back to the old way of dressing. So here's something to think about. If you had to cut your wardrobe in half today, would your style improve or fall apart? That question alone tells you everything. Let me know in the comments, what's one item you know you should probably let go of but haven't yet. And if this helped you see your wardrobe differently, stay with me here. Because the next step isn't about buying more, it's about choosing smarter.